I know that when I'm being censored, that means I'm hitting on a truth. The problem is we have ignorant people pulling ballots and not realizing what the power is. And unfortunately, the people trying to screw us are the people whose technology we're addicted to. This election for me comes down to one issue: the Supreme Court. The reason why is the Supreme Court is our last chance as Americans to control the algorithms that are harming us in the United States. So many of you don't know that this lady that's going to get nominated and probably voted on Monday, Amy Coney Barrett, why do all of us need her on the Supreme Court? Not for the reasons that the left tells you, not even for the reasons the right tells you. It actually has all to do with why my profession went off the rails in 1986 at Harvard University when we got ICD-9 codes and we got DRGs and we got E&M coding and all that stuff that's present in medicine. Like, I know every doctor right now just cringed and said, please don't talk about this. That is an algorithm. And the algorithm has absolutely destroyed medicine, and it's turned physicians from being sole proprietors, meaning they own their own business and their customers are patients, to now 9 out of 10 doctors work for a hospital-based system that uses these ideas that Harvard researchers thought was a good idea to control costs. And that's actually what algorithms now do in medicine. Most people don't know this, but it took 5 years of the people at Harvard University who were big time supporters of both Hillary Clinton and Obama to write the code for ACA, which is Obamacare. The main reason the left doesn't want Obamacare to go away is that's an incredible amount of time to put in to this algorithm. This algorithm, I will tell you, is ridiculously powerful. Those of you who are at the member event heard me say multiple times when we were talking about the social dilemma, if this movie bothers you, you will be appalled at how bad the medical algorithms are being used against you. If memory serves me correctly, Robin, did we talk about that in the Patreon video that's now up?
No, only a little bit.
All right, well, but there's other times we've talked about it, right? You got it on tape?
Well, the chat yesterday was unreal.
All right, there you go. So you heard what he said. He says the chat that I did yesterday was unreal. On the court, the Supreme Court, it's the only free part of the United States left that is not controlled by the industrial military complex. So any president, left or right, who promises that they're going to have a court that are strict constitutionalists, that do not legislate from the bench, Jack Cruz will vote for it. And the reason for that is the real problem with all algorithms always fundamentally comes back to the Fourth and the Sixth Amendment. For those of you who've been following me long enough and you know how hardcore I am about this, the first time I ever mentioned this publicly was when Matt Maruka was in the room with me when I did a Luke Story podcast in December of 18, believe it or not. Ironic that it was, and I can tell you it was December 6th of 18. If you want to listen to that podcast, it was almost 3 hours long. And some of the things that I said about the Fourth Amendment, I distinctly remember Luke Story saying, I don't even know what the Fourth Amendment is. And I said to Luke, that's part of the problem. And the problem is we have ignorant people pulling ballots and not realizing what the power is. And I can tell you that Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Barrett are 3 judges that will do everything in their power to limit the effect of algorithms on our future, which is the reason why people on Wall Street, people in healthcare, people in social media are spending huge amounts of money to anybody who's not on the list of judges that Trump put out. And I can't stress to people enough, we don't have to like our leaders. I'm not telling you that I think Trump's a great guy. I think he's a fucking asshole, if you want to know the truth. But we don't need to like our leaders. Our leaders need to do the things for we the people that helps us. And right now, the thing that's fucking killing all of us is these algorithms that are out there. And if you haven't seen The Social Dilemma, I tell you to watch it. To be quite frank with you, Robin's probably screaming from behind the thing over here. What I said during my commentary of this movie, I think is way better than you'll ever get, because the whole reason The Social Dilemma was made, it's an algorithm within an algorithm. It's a movie designed to get you to vote for Biden. But they don't tell you that. And the reason they don't tell you that, all these great tech insiders that actually give you a little bit of candy to try to draw you in, each one of them all support 5G technology. Why? Because their futures are based on a huge technocracy. And you have to realize, a technocracy is just another synonym for your life is going to be controlled by algorithms. And you guys need to understand that. We need to limit the industrial part of the military complex. I told you all in this year, I've spent a lot of time talking about politics, a lot more than I ever did, and I told you the story of JFK. That's where the military part was big. I'm telling you right now, Google's algorithm is so powerful that I believe for the first time in our history that the industrial side could take out the military without ever shooting a bullet. That's how strong their algorithm is. And if you understand what I'm saying and you believe that's the truth, then who you pull a ballot box for on November 3rd should be relatively easy. If you don't, and you remain ignorant, you'll pull it for whomever based on whatever thing you believe. But for me, I don't give a shit about any other issue except that, because I know that the unraveling of humanity, both from a political standpoint, social standpoint, and medical standpoint, is now it's critical. It's at the ballot box. And I'm going to tell you, the real reason I'm voting for Trump, I'll say it. I told Joe this, I told Linda, I told a lot of people. I believe that if he gets in, within 6 months of him getting in, Clarence Thomas will announce his retirement, and then we're going to get Justice Ford, who will be the lady that's on the, I think she's on the 11th Circuit in Florida, who's Cuban American. She'll be the next justice. And I can promise you, the reason I've made this prediction, I've gone and read her cases. She also is going to take apart the technocracy. And I know Google wants no part of this lady on the court, because within the next probably 18 months, all these things that you guys are seeing on TV about Google, Twitter, Facebook. Look, I just told you, you guys are my members. I can't even post in the silver, gold, or platinum group because the algorithm of Facebook thinks I'm too influential. I mean, I want you to think about this question. I want you to think about right now. They're trying to shut me up. So, if you understand kind of what I'm saying, having this Q&A right now and Hannah asking me this question, why am I not hesitant to say what I'm saying? I know that when I'm being censored, that means I'm hitting on a truth. I'm saying something that actually needs to be said to people, not because I'm telling you what to do. I want you to think for yourself. This goes all the way back to what I said to Cynthia, the cutting words that I said to Cynthia. I teach you how to think. When you come to be a farm member, you want to sign up, these are the discussions we have. This is probably the time I need to let Linda and Joe come and sit here and talk to you, because, or if Syed was here, he just left today, he's back in Destin. We had a discussion this morning, me and him, that I have to tell you, I wish we had on tape. That's how good it was. And you know what it was? I think it was the most valuable part of his farm membership. Because what I said to him in that hour, I gave him a full context of why I believe what I believe. And then I told him, you have to make a determination if what I said to you actually matters or not. To me, that's the value that I bring to you guys. And when I think politics does fall into your health, Jack will be political. Otherwise, Jack won't be political. The reason I'm talking to you and having Joe talk to you guys about Bitcoin, I personally believe that your health and your wealth are linked. I believe if algorithms allowed to go, people will be subject to their regular medical insurance and you will never be told the truth ever again. You are going to have to pay doctors who are not part of the system to tell you the truth. And I have to be honest with you, I don't think there's going to be a lot of doctors out there like that. In fact, I used to think there would be more than there are. And some of the things that I found out with predatory journals, predatory conferences, some people out there that I respected, they're already selling their soul for bucks. That's what's on the ballot. And many of you don't realize that that really is what this election is for me. It's about who's going to be on the Supreme Court when that 4th and 6th Amendment case comes up. It's absolutely critical to the fabric of what this country is all about. I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that feel that we really need to like our leaders. I don't think we do. In fact, I think all we need is our leaders to kick ass and take names of the people that are trying to screw us. And unfortunately, the people trying to screw us are the people whose technology we're addicted to.